Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're doing a really special kind of video. It's more of a taste test and experimentation. So let's make boiled eggs 6 different ways. So not 6 different recipes, but 6 different cook temperatures. So we'll cook it all the way from soft boiled to hard boiled. So 4 minutes, then 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that's going to be 6 ways. So let's get to our stove and start cooking, and I'll talk more about why I'm doing this in a little bit. So here I have an empty cold pot, and let's add our eggs right in there. That's 4 minutes, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and let's fit one more for 10. Perfect. Now make sure if you want to cook another egg, you need a bigger pot, because what we need is a single layer of eggs so they don't like kind of crash into each other and then break while boiling. So you need one layer. Now to this, let's add our water. So you need at least 1 inch of water in that pot. I'm gonna go a bit over that, and I'll go halfway across my pot. Right, so now let's bring this up to a boil and turn the heat all the way up to high. Now let me show you the best lid that almost everybody has and uses in their kitchen. Yes, a plate. So this pot did not come with a lid, and I don't have a lid that's that small. So the plate does a great job actually, and I've been using it for a long time. So we want to get that water up to a boil, and as soon as the water starts to boil, our timer is going to start. So while the water comes up to a boil, let's get ahead and prepare our water bath. Now water bath is exactly how it sounds. So we need a large bowl to which we can add some water, and there you go. And now we want to fill this up with some ice. And let me tell you why we need a water bath. If you ever noticed, especially when cooking soft boiled eggs, that even after cooking eggs for the proper amount of time, you take out the eggs and then you cut them, only to find out that the eggs are a bit over than what you intended. And that's just because you did not use a water bath. A water bath or an ice water bath will instantly cool down the eggs and immediately stop the cooking process, because if there's heat outside or in the egg, it's going to continue cooking until that heat has dissipated. Okay, let's go and check up on our eggs. Alright, so our eggs are boiling. Let's start the timer. Put the cover back on, turn off the heat, and take the eggs off the heat. So our first eggs are going to come out at 4 minutes, which should be good if you want a soft boiled egg. Now remember, we're doing it at 4 minutes, 5, 6, all the way up to 10. Now before I start peeling the eggs, I'm going to share 2 tips that would be great to peel perfect boiled eggs. Either you can peel it under cold running water, or submerge the eggs in water and peel it in the water bath. Another thing that putting the eggs in cold water does is it prevents the egg yolks from developing that slimy green circle or ring on the outside of the yolk, which is really unappetizing. And you really want those bright yellow creamy yolks, and that ice water bath, which may seem like an extra unneeded step, is really necessary. Alright, it's at 4 minutes. Let's take out our first egg. That's 5. 6 is right below 5. So we have 4, 5, 6. Now boiled eggs are great to have on hand in your fridge. They can be used for so many different types of dish. If you want to go on the fancy side, you can make some awesome Scotch eggs with the boiled eggs. Or for a more simpler route, just try my basic cucumber and egg tangy breakfast sandwich. It's great and really easy to make. Or go all the way to the basics and just have some boiled eggs, buttered toast, some salt and pepper. Okay, I have to run, it's 7 minutes. Don't drop it. 8 will go right next to 7. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's 9. I'm gonna put that next to 8. Right there. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And there you go. That's your final egg, 10 minutes. Again, reminder, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I'm gonna start peeling the 4th egg, or the 4-minute egg, which is right here. Now a good tip to start peeling these eggs is to kind of smash it with the back of a spoon, slightly. Smash that all over, and then under the water, start gently peeling off the shell. So I'm going to start doing this and I'll see you guys on the other side. So here are our eggs. So let's cut into these eggs and see what they look like. Now, as you may have noticed, the technique that I use to cook these eggs might be different from what you may usually do. So the other way to cook boiled eggs is to bring the water up to a boil and then add the eggs. The risk that I've noticed with that, which has plagued me in the past before, is because the water is already boiling and it's rapidly boiling, the eggs may crack as they go up and down into that pot or against each other. So rapidly boiling the eggs does increase the risk of the eggs cracking before they're done cooking and making a mess in your pot. But there are a few tips and tricks you can follow that you can use. But there are a few tips and tricks which you may follow to avoid that from happening, or at least reduce the chances. And I'll put more information about this when I put up this recipe. So tell me, have you ever had issues with making boiled eggs? I know I'm not that used to eating boiled eggs because I much prefer my omelette. If you've seen my Instagram, and I'm sure all of us have seen that Gordon Ramsay video from Kitchen Nightmares where he asks the chef to prepare soft boiled eggs. And even though I think I can make some tasty food, I would always wonder if he asked me to make the soft boiled egg and on the spot without looking at anything, would I have been able to make the perfect soft boiled eggs? And now I feel like I can, and it's actually much easier in my head than you can think. And this is a great basic skill to learn. But the point of this video was to really show you, without you having to try this in the kitchen and cooking all these eggs at the same time, you can just get a visual cue and just pick a time which looks great to you, which looks appealing, which looks creamy enough, which looks dry enough if you like hard-boiled eggs, or which look creamy enough if you like soft-boiled, or if you like me, if you like it right down the middle, just perfect, just like Oswald. So take a look at this. Here's the 4-minute egg. It's quite delicate. As you can see, and the egg whites are really fragile, which is why one of them broke, which is probably because of my big hands. This I feel is perfect. If you want soft boiled eggs, I would rather go for this because it's just creamy enough and it's not as runny. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Is this how you like your soft boiled eggs? Now here are my favorite, which I'm going to be eating really shortly. So this is the 6-minute egg, and it's creamy in the center, yet it's cooked and creamy on the outside as well. This is just perfect for me. Right after that, we have our 7-minute egg. And this is good as well. Like, I would pick between 6 and 7. And I would just go for the 6 because it's just a bit extra creamy without being too wet. And next, here is the 8-minute egg. Looks really pretty, shiny, yellow, fresh yolk. And as we go all the way down to 9 minutes, you can see that the creaminess is going down a little bit and the eggs have started to dry a bit. So the yolk is not as creamy and you can really feel there's nothing that's wet. So if you don't like soft-boiled eggs, if you don't like the yolk to be runny at all, you can cook it for 9 minutes or higher, but I don't recommend going any higher than 10 minutes because at that point the egg is completely cooked. Like that's the 10-minute egg and it's perfectly cooked. It just looks right about the same as the 10-minute egg. So that's 9, that's 10, and it looks about the same. So you don't really have to go above 10 minutes. Let's compare the 10-minute egg with the 4-minute egg. You can see how hard it is for me to even hold these properly. See how soft that is? Alright guys, that was it. I really hope all of you enjoyed looking at what boiled eggs look like at different levels of doneness or different durations of cooking. I know for me personally, a long time ago, whenever boiled eggs were in picture, all I could think of was hard-boiled eggs because the concept of soft-boiled or even medium-boiled was not really a concept in our household because we had never really had it. And now that I've had the chance to really try the different types of boiled eggs, my eyes have really opened, and I'm sure all of you would like to experiment with this as well, or at least pick what level of doneness you would like to try next if you have boiled eggs. Now you guys might think that, oh, why am I making such a big deal out of boiled egg? It's just eggs, right? It's so basic. But that's where you may be a bit wrong. Eggs, while they are basic, they're really easy to mess up and really hard to get perfect. Take scrambled eggs for example. You can easily make rubbery, dry scrambled eggs, but it takes some level of technique and confidence to really make some creamy, yellow scrambled eggs. Same thing for the omelette. Have you ever tried a perfectly cooked yellow omelette with no browning at all? If not, I urge you to try it. While when it is a bit brown, it does add a bit of nuttiness to the eggs and it does add a bunch of flavor. I think enjoying eggs when they're perfectly cooked, so no brown at all, it is the creamiest and you have to try it. So once you've tried it, or once you know which level of doneness you would like, share that with me in the comment section below. Because I'm really curious if most people are on the hard-boiled side, the soft-boiled side, or in the middle, just like me. Also, if there are some people out there who enjoy ketchup with their eggs, give this video a big thumbs up, and for all others, hit that thumbs up button if you like eggs. And I have to figure out what I'm going to do with all these boiled eggs, so keep a lookout on my website and on YouTube to see what I come up with. If you're on my newsletter for the website, you will get an email automatically when I put up these recipes. So what I'm thinking of is some sort of egg curry, deviled eggs, and a bunch of other stuff. If you want more videos just like this, don't forget to hit subscribe, hit that bell icon right there so you don't miss out my next video, and that's been it. Alright guys, I'll see you in the next one. Have a good one. Bye guys.